3 years ago, almost to the day, and it was snowing. The Taylor family gave this orchestra a magnificent holiday gift, and now we have another gift of similar magnitude, a gift in the person of a man who will lead our orchestra to new heights. It is with greatest pleasure I welcome to this orchestra and to St. Louis, David Robertson.
Conductors are normally silent, and I guess I'm supposed to say something now. It's kind of overwhelming, the outpouring that one has here. There's such an extraordinary amount of love in the community of St. Louis that it really is sometimes difficult not to let things well up. It's very nice. It just makes it hard to talk. I'm reminded of once I had a conversation with a taxi driver who said, "You're a conductor? What good are you? What are you doing standing up there?" And I was really hard-pressed for an answer. He said, "The musicians can do it without you." And I said, "Yes, that's true, they can." And he said, "And you don't make any sound?" And I said, "Well, no, not intentionally." And so we were stuck with this, and in fact, this is the irony of the thing, is that unless you have a group of musicians in front of you, you can't actually do anything. And so at the beginning of your career as a conductor, you feel very strange, because you say to people, "I'm a conductor," and it seems such a completely abstract thing. And then when you do actually get in front of an orchestra, you have this question of, well, what am I supposed to do here? Here we have all of these musicians who have such unbelievable capabilities and are proven on their instruments. All of them have done an audition to get here. So they're all really, at the top of their profession. But a strange thing happens. And you were talking about this rehearsal. There's a thing where you suggest with your gestures the notes that are on the page. You know them fully well. The musicians know them. You have everybody's part. And so suddenly, in the midst of a rehearsal, you actually have to say, "Could we go back and do that again?" And then you follow it with pointing out that because the clarinetist just played a phrase like I've never heard it before, and I'd like to incorporate that into what we're doing. And so the whole group suddenly focuses on, "Oh yeah, that's right, that was really gorgeous. Well, I could do this." And this sort of creative inflation begins. And yet it's not an inflation that's based on a lack of worth. It's actually an inflation that comes about by the addition of all of these different people. My good friend and manager, David Foster, was once quoted as saying, "My job is to try and find someone like David, a place where he and the orchestra work like 2 + 2 = 5. And I think in St. Louis, we've absolutely found something like this. Every single time I've come, it's felt more right. Every single time I've come, I've discovered other things about the community which have made me absolutely eager and impatient to know more, to find out what we can do, to find out how we can show this community that not only is this a world-class orchestra, but it is a world-class orchestra in their midst. And that part of this love of the St. Louis community that I have felt most definitely emanates from the orchestra. I think everyone who's come through St. Louis, conductor, soloist, audience member, has heard something that happens when this orchestra starts to play that is different than any place else. And the possibility that you have given me by asking me to be music director, where I can take this indescribable quality and develop it and help it expand and resonate throughout the country and the world, is such an enormously thrilling idea that once again we come to this sort of overwhelming sense. And it is here that the support from the community for the orchestra. I remember a dinner where someone next to me said, well, we know this orchestra has had problems, but we are not going to let this orchestra go under, and we are not going to let this orchestra reduce its quality at all. You suddenly think, damn right, this is what we're going to do, and we're going to make it happen, and we're going to make it happen not just halfway, but all the way. And so it's really an extraordinary experience to be here among you, to be part of the community, and to look forward to all of the things that we can do, which are so unique here and so special and are going to be looked at by everyone else and imitated. Thank you very, very much for having me. I look forward to getting to know all of you in greater depth, and Orly and I are absolutely delighted to be here. It is the most romantic spot on the planet for us. Also be made official. Thank you very, very much.